Q.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it. And turn down the grand sheet. Hold on, the iron sheet. Hold on. So I can hear it a little bit. All right, y'all. Peaceful greetings to you all. Peaceful greetings. Peaceful greetings. I self-love, master. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at Northwest of Maxim, and I'm here with my magnificent bro,
Brother Alim.
Indeed. And here, I'm going to give a little introduction before I introduce the mother. All righty. We were introduced based on Brother Terrell Tamari Bey and Brother Alim L. Actually, were featured on her Instagram Live. And in the spirit pertaining to communication unity, what I saw that was shared was just a really great moment of just human beings being really great at what they love. And there was nothing else really in the mix of that. There was no, disharmonies, disunities. And when I spot that, despite the fact that everybody may come from different schools of thought, I know that the principles that we've learned from Prophet Noble Drew Ali allows us to be able to take our place amongst the affairs of men so that we can do our best in assisting and uplifting fallen humanity anywhere that we can. So it's like the first spot where we're uplifting fallen humanity is within ourselves. So since we comprehend that, we know not to, really, when you really study and not to ostracize or like really things like that. We may have opinions that you guys may hear in certain lives. And the reason we do that, because at the end of the day, you guys are watching the screen and it's kind of like entertaining to you guys. And I have a bit of a like personality where it just kind of like, I can think of things and say things a certain way, but it's only to, provoke thought. If you take it too seriously, then you're missing the character development within that needs to happen. But we're going to have some fun today because this is impromptu improv. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Mother Lexi. She's at the Soul Journey. All righty. On Instagram, that's the _ Soul Journey. You guys see it in the title. And I am going to yield the floor to her so you guys can get to know Mother Lexi. I yield the floor. Islam.
Thank you so much for that introduction. So like you said, I am Lexi from the Soul Journey. I read tarot as well as oracle. I also do mediumship. I do a lot of different things, but tarot is where I started out. And I say that I am an intuitive tarot reader because I do believe that anyone can read tarot. It is literally a deck of cards and they all have different meanings. So you can just as easily learn the knowledge within the cards. However, I connect my spiritual self to my cards, whereas I'm connecting with what my higher self, as well as, other spiritual beings are saying to me in that connection. So I'm doing a little bit more than just reading the cards, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit more passionate for me. So, you guys want me to pull some cards with me? Hold on.
Yeah, what I'll do first, let me actually share my screen, right? And what I'll do very quickly, right, in sharing my screen, I'll set the tone by just kind of giving a brief. And when I say brief, I mean brief. I'll probably just look at the ascendant, right?
Absolutely.
And, let's see. Let me know when you guys are seeing the screen here. I think it's up now.
Yep.
And let me actually do an astro clock. And let's move, let's have the chart move as I'm speaking really quickly, right? So we'll douse it down to seconds, right? And we'll start the animation. We'll sync it with my computer. All right, and as you guys can see, if you just pay attention, like if I move my cursor here, you'll see that we're here in Mars, pardon me, we're actually here in the sun hour, right? And it's Venus day. I should actually move that down, but pardon me, we're in Venus day, Mars, sun hour. Last hour was Mars, next one is actually Venus, and that's in 27 minutes. So you guys can see actually like this is actually moving. We know that the ascendant moves, 1 degree every 4 minutes, roughly. So if I were just to take this now and just to kind of look at it and look at 28 degrees Taurus, you guys just wanted to see very briefly what 28 degrees Taurus could actually have in store. I'm not sure if I could. Can I bring it up? They're just going to tell me it's not. Brother Sean, 28 degrees Taurus.
Man, I'm on it. Scroll down.
With Venus here in Capricorn in the 8th house.
Let me know when you're ready.
It will be accidental so-called debilitation for Venus, right? However, soon Gemini will be on the rise. All righty. It looks like Brother Terrell Tamari Bey is joining us. Bro, let me know when your camera's on.
Brother Jack.
Brother Regulus Muhammad Bey. All right.
He's like, my bad, y'all. Them experiments, man. Got away from me.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll wait till I see his camera on and I'll add him to the spotlight. All right. Well, I'll spotlight his camera. I mean, so when we just, Venus appearing retrograde in Capricorn in the 8th house, it just, just that intense energy within, anytime a planet appears retrograde, it's just the intensity of the planet is like ×3. Astronomically speaking, it is when the Earth and the said retrograde planet are the closest to each other in orbit. So that's another reason why the energy seems so intense that it seems desensitized. Venus retrograde gives that energy where you're like stashing your snacks and, you get like that 5-pound bag of like Sour Patch Kids and no one else better touch them type energy. Being in the 8th house, though, it really just speaks to, people really thinking about their finances, people doing a lot of financial literacy. They're making sure they're learning different things. I know it's at 29 degrees now as it's moving the ascendant, Brother Sean. What's 28 degrees Taurus and 29 degrees Taurus?
28 degrees is, quote, literature, powerful will, and organizing ability. 29 degrees is the degree of fate, favored by fortune, a dramatic area, a famous actor's degree, end quote.
Absolutely. And soon it'll be going into 0 degrees Gemini, which I know is the draughtsmanship degree, dealing with writing. So really what you guys will be seeing that, what's actually going on, Mother Lexi will be spitting this off the top of the head. She's sick with the pen, shorty with the tarot ski, right? So with that being said and setting the tone that you guys will be actually getting the value out of this, you will be going into seeing the value of astrology and tarot. If astrology is the addition and subtraction, tarot is the multiplication and division. They go hand in hand. It is, some people would say, occult mathematics for those that would look at it that way, that are more of a technical mind, but those that are, me, I'm not only technical, I'm very, insightful and intuitive. I just, do my best in pairing the two so I can just have an organic experience just in my preference. However, when you guys see what Mother Lexi does, it is freaking phenomenal. She is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Already. I'm just saying, if they missed the Instagram live with that, when you even featured when we did one also, it's just like, it's superly amazing. So 10 minutes in before Gemini actually comes up on the rise, which is really great. So that means that Mother Lexi, if you don't mind me saying, would you say what your sun sign is, just so I can say my next statement?
Leo.
All righty. So by being a sun sign Leo, this will be your 11th house. Hold on, let me see if I'm saying that right. Yes, Gemini will be your 11th house. So now 4 minutes counting down as far as the arc minutes here. And you will be able to communicate what it is that you do across the internet, because the internet is 11th house for you as far as your solar house is concerned. We're not talking about your actual ascendant, but I'm going to yield the floor to you now so that you can shine that ego and personality from Leo center stage and express.
Thank you so much.
Indeed. Peace and love.
Okay, so I have both my Oracle and Tarot. So excuse me if you see me looking both ways. So let's just flow with what's the current energy just universally right now? What's the current energy?
Ultimately, okay, so go off of, okay, so now Mercury is on the rise, right? So what I would say is, well, pardon me, Gemini's on the rise, though, and looking at where Mercury actually is, and we know that Mercury is retrograde in Aquarius, I would, I guess the question would be, if people were thinking about traveling and had traveling plans, right? How would people's travel plans look right now?
So actually, it's funny you said that, because the Chariot card came out in the spread, which represents movement. This is the last card that came out. The Chariot is all about moving into a new area. However,
and I'm traveling right now. I you.
That's brother Terrell Tamari Day, y'all. Go ahead. Oh, Mother Lexi, are you still there? She might have got a phone call, y'all. Let's be patient.
All right, I'm so sorry. Can you
no
guys
worries.
hear me?
Yes, Hakuna Matata, do your thing.
I got a little too spicy over here because my power just went out.
Wow. That's because we're on point. Let's do it. The energy's great.
Okay.
Let's do it. Hold on, brother Corey Sprinkles. All right, come on. Let's do it.
I'm gonna shoot my love gun.
No, like I was saying, so it is representing that movement is near. However, with these two cards in front, with this Death card, which is all about transformation and rebirth, as well as that Ace of Swords in reverse here, this is letting me know that people have to be very wise in their transition before making any moves, especially when it comes to the understanding of why they're moving, what's the goal, what, like, everything associated within it, and not just moving based off of what's the word I'm looking for? Just off of just wanting to do it. Off of, I can't think of the word right now, but I know you guys know where I'm going with this.
Spontaneous.
Yes, impulse.
Yeah,
that
impulse
works
and spontaneity.
Yes. So yes, the Chariot card is all about also that moon energy. This is representation of the moon energy as well as Cancer energy. So we look, I'm just saying, we did just have this full moon. And what? But yes, so anything with movement right now, I feel like is a good idea, as long as.
Oh wow! I wonder if the power thing happened again.
I know.
This is interesting. And she just mentioned about Cancer, and it's funny because the question was about traveling, and right now I'm here near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic. Cancer is on, third house cusp is on Cancer, and the third house deals with, local travel, short distance travel,
Yeah. Mm.
How's it looking at your neck of the woods, Brother Sean?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Retrograde. Come on, man.
Right? Mercury retrograde.
Let us do what we do. Let us do what we do.
As soon as we talked about it, right? So the electronic communications are, I like it because since Mercury's retrograde, that means the energy is intense due to it being so close in its orbit to Earth also. So that's how it is. But go right ahead. We yield.
What was I saying? So yes, with that Cancer and that moon energy, as well as this, the Death card is also a representation of Scorpio energy. So when I think about Scorpio energy and the Death card, I think about the spiritual aspect, and I think about the spiritual attachment to movement. So that understanding, that understanding of why that movement is occurring, what that movement looks like, things like that. Finding the connection, the pieces that mesh together to create that mental understanding, if that makes sense. So let me see. I'm
gonna share the screen as you're talking, since you're making astrological references. This is great.
Absolutely. I do what I do. Also with this Swords energy, with this Ace of Swords, so Swords in tarot is also about taking action. It's about movement and making decisions. So with it being in reverse here, this is why I was saying that this is a situation where if any type of movement was to occur, that you would have to make sure that you are in a mental place where you're understanding, because that reversal shows me that there's a lack. that there needs to be not that impulse, but really sitting down and communicating the idea, the goal, the pursuit of it all, and really laying it all on the table.
Indeed.
Let me know if you guys have any questions too while I'm reading the card.
What I'm going to be doing too is I'm going to share this out also. You know what I'm saying? I was just so really just like in my zone. So I'm going to actually share this out as we're going in on this. I would also say, since we were speaking about, Mercury appearing retrograde, no planet actually moves backwards. It's just like, you're traveling on the highway and you're passing a tractor trailer, and the tractor trailer may be doing 65 and you're doing 75. And as you're passing the tractor trailer, it's not actually moving backwards. However, from your perspective in the mode of conveyance you're traveling, it is appearing in retrograde motion due to you passing it. All righty. So that is how retrograde motion is actually expressed. So now the truck isn't, moving backwards. It's just that you're passing it and your view is now looking at it as it's moving backwards. So with that being said, that's appearing to be in Tropic Aquarius. Aquarius, deals with pouring out knowledge, innovation, electricity, the internet, groups of people, organizations, and gains, right? So Mercury also deals with business, communications, thinking, early childhood development. So a lot of people are going to be kind of going back to school online. Another form of travel. And the decisions that, need to all be put on the table, or choices made that Mother Lexi was speaking on, can be actually, making sure you're, laying down everything that you actually would like to accomplish in knowing, so that you can actually achieve your goal. It sounds like, if I could give a theme to what Mother Lexi just gave a brief testimony to, it sounds like, have a decisive plan, not the kind of plan where people are trying to seem like they're impressing others. No, have the kind of plan that you feel within inside of yourself that you're going to get from destination point A, from where you're leaving from point A to get to your destination, point B, so to speak. And if you have other points, just have all your other points be, divinely guided by the fact that you're being sensible in you wanting to make sure you're making a well-analyzed step. You did all your research, and with Mercury not only ruling the ascendant, it means Mercury is also ruling the whole sign, fourth house. However, this Placidus chart, as you see, we're using tropical Placidus house style here, because in Placidus house style, you guarantee each planet or point will spend at least 2 hours in a house. All righty. So that's how that actually goes. Roughly 2 hours in a house. All righty.
And indeed, to add into your wisdom,
yes, go right ahead,
brother, but we got the moon at the degree of transformation and versatility.
And she was talking about the death card, right?
So that's that, boom, added to it again.
And the Scorpio Taurus axis is actually intercepted. There's no house cusp in the Scorpio or Taurus axis. The 12th house cusp is actually in Aries, right? And the first house cusp is in Gemini. Therefore, an intercepted sign is, signs that don't have a house cusp in it. So therefore, it's like entering a room without a door. So in order to do that, you have to enter another room that it's connected to that has the only door. So some people will, give testimony that then the 12th house would be ruled by both Mars and Venus, or some people would just say just Mars only. However, the 6th house would be ruled by Venus and Mars. You see that? Because it's Libra and Scorpio as far as the 6th house is concerned. And usually the dispositor or ruler for that house is usually whatever sign ruler it is that the house cut is on. So with that being said, guys, I am definitely looking at my next question being this then. When it comes to fifth house, it comes to children, right? And the moon is at a degree of transformation, you said, Brother Sean, right?
Indeed.
Transformation in what again?
Versatility.
In versatility. If I'm not mistaken, too, it's getting close also to the degree of Christian ministers. In Virgo, 16 degrees. So
Indeed.
it'll be there in about, it'll be there in about, 3 or 4 hours or so. So what I'm going to do is transformation, versatility, and that energy of that also. What people are going to be able to do is find just, I think, a creative way, fifth house, right? And, really expressing, I'm not going to say the word spirituality. Spirituality actually denotes the art pertaining to breathing. Spirit is breath. Some people will refer to ruach, R-U-A-H, pertaining to the breath. So I will say that people will take different books that they've read that have been termed spiritual or occult knowledge, and will begin to see the universality in it all without having the dogmatic separation and discrimination of other human beings mixed in with it. So with that being said, Mother Lexi, how do you see the people, the moon, being taking on, because let's just say the moon in this case would be the spirit, the causal plane, right? So the moon, the people, will put on their astral, flesh, Virgo, detailed service. How are the people having this detailed service in the area pertaining to creativity, children, bringing things to the stage, recreation? And I'll also bring up the term sex, because fifth house, since it deals with children and recreation, it is a house that deals with sex, as well as its sign, its whole sign third house, which would be Scorpio, which would deal with intercourse, which means communication also. So we don't have to really be vulgar in our response about it, but however, use the principle pertaining to regeneration is where I'm at. So how do you see the people being able to regenerate and detail their creativities? I yield.
All right. So that was a mouthful.
Pardon me. Pardon me. No, okay.
I was like, okay, we're at versatility, we're at sex, we got children. I'll tell you right now, it sounds like the creativity that's happening is that somebody is making some babies.
Oh, wow.
But
oh,
look,
wow.
That's how it was flowing. I'm just, whoa. Okay, so if you can just repeat the end question again, I'm sorry. I was just flowing with all of the information.
How are the people being able to bring out the details in their services creatively?
So how are they being able to bring out the services creatively?
Yes.
So I'm gonna be honest. Let me push my cards to the side real quick. Actually, let me pull them. I pull cards as I talk, guys, because you never know.
Indeed.
This is beautiful.
Pull that magician card.
Look, he wait for it. Any type of creativity is always going to start coming from that inner. We got a lot of cups energy.
Yeah, what were the first cards? What were the first cards that were pulled?
So the first cards, you talking about the first three?
Yeah.
The Chariot, the Death card, and the, if I'm not mistaken, the Ace of Swords in reverse.
Muy interesante.
You got that?
I got it. Yeah.
If I go based off of the initial cards, the 3 cards, that Swords with that communication, the Death with that rebirth, with that creating, and then that Chariot card with that Cancer energy. Also with that Cancer energy, I think about the emotion, the feelings, all of those things. This is literally the creativity. These are 3 cards that represent creative energy in itself. So coming into that creative energy is letting me know that you are having to rebuild from the emotions, the feelings, all of the things that you have intuitively, as well as acting on the thoughts that are coming to mind. That it's sort of like, I say, like mind, body, spirit, all of those things being connected and asserting the power that comes within that. And then with the spread that I just have with all of this Cups energy, again, that goes back and taps into everything that is emotional, everything that has to deal with feelings, that creativity, that intuition, and the things that you seek, that you're wanting your cup to be filled of. So the way that this spread has gone, and let me know if y'all have questions while I'm doing this, because sometimes I talk really fast.
No, do your thing. You're great. But yeah, we will if we have them. Yeah.
So just getting into the versatility, the creating, and all of those things with the 9 of Cups in reverse, 8 of Cups, the Hanged One, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. It's a lot of cards, but they all have the same message, which is saying that one, again, I feel like you guys have seen this card many times. This 8 of Cups is all about a journey. It's about kind of knowing what you're going towards. Even if you don't know, it's knowing that you are wanting to go towards something, knowing that you're ready to create, knowing that you're looking for something. You're looking in a specific direction and being led with that Moon energy. And let me scoot it back.
Ready for the next journey, next trip in your life, kind of thing.
Exactly. And it doesn't mean that the initial journey that you were on was not a good one. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just means that you have served your time in that space. And now you're understanding that it's time to recreate. It's time to create something new. It's time to move in a way where growth is imminent. Like you're literally going forward, and it means to grow, taking the things that you began with and working on that. Then you have the Hang One, which is all about that perspective. It's stepping out of your comfort zone. Anything when you're creating, you have to understand that you have to step out of that comfort zone. You have to step into an energy that will push you, that will, the way that I see it is when you're creating something, you never know how far you can go in your creation until you try things that you haven't. Until you try things that you have not thought of, things that make you fearful, nervous, anything that is something that you just were like, you know what, I don't want to go into that because I'm content where I am. I understand where I am. This is familiar for me. So when you step out of that, you're able to create and grow into something a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more abstract. And it's also, again, with that transitional energy, because you're tapping into parts of yourself, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, whatever it is that you haven't tapped into before. You're looking at things in a way where it's not 2D, it's more cosmic, it's more, if you get what I'm saying. I wish I could just show y'all the pictures in my head, but it's more cosmic. You think about it, if you hang yourself upside down, what happens? All the blood literally flows to your head. Your head is literally now your main source of flow. So you're tapping into a different level of knowledge, energy, being, feeling, all of these things. You have that Knight of Pentacles. That's that movement. That's also tapping into your possessions, your material aspects. So if we're physically creating things, if we're physically doing anything, whether it's manipulating with our hands, using our bodies, whatever it is, that is letting me know that that movement is happening, but it is in reverse right before this Knight of Cups. So it's a little bit of stagnant energy there as well. this, because this and the Nine of Cups are actually in reverse. So that's interesting.
Why is what does the Nine of Cups signify?
So the Nine of Cups, usually in an upright position, is a representation of fulfillment. This is, when you manifest things, you want things really, really badly, or you see yourself having a specific thing. Also, this goes with control. If you are wanting things a specific way, but with it being in reverse is letting me know that you're unhappy with what is presented in front of you. It lets me know that you're unhappy with, even if you have certain things that maybe you've been working on and creating, you realize it's not something that's giving you the fulfillment emotionally. It's not fulfilling you creatively. You don't feel connected to it. So it's that lack of connection and fulfillment attached to that Knight of Pentacles, which is all about that movement energy. Whenever there's a knight, that lets me know that there's movement. That pentacle is that material aspect. So the action may be failing, as well as the finances to create, the finances to move forward, that material aspect, that possession, the work, things like that. That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to tell the people about your website, where they can I'll give you a little break to kind of like promote your website. Should I go to your Instagram right now?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
So I'm actually having a website built currently for just more platform for my tarot readings, as well as my products, as well as just being able to get in contact with me for whatever your needs are when it comes to spirituality and healing and growing and things like that. So my Instagram page, let me tell you a little bit about my business first, so you can kind of grasp the concept.
Hold on, I gotta log in with my phone. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
Because I don't have the app on. I thought I had the app on here, but I must have erased it off when I was doing some other work. So give me 1 moment, but do your thing though.
Well, I'll just tell you guys about the journey. It's, you don't need to be on the page to hear that part. So with the soul journey, I created this brand because I believe that everybody is on their own journey. I use the term soul, S-O-L, and not S-O-U-L, because I do believe that I connect with the sun's energy. And so that the sun energy motivates me to move forward in a lot of different things. I'm sorry, what was that? I don't know. I thought I heard somebody.
Astrology.
Oh. Also, I mean, I'm a Leo sun, so I just, but anyway, so, yes, I connected really deeply, and I still do, with the sun's energy. So I felt like that was an appropriate name, and I am literally on my journey. So everything that I do, everything that I learn, I take with me, and I use this to, help other people around me. So, my journey, as I am learning, I am using this as, how do I want to say it? So as like, even in this sense right now, where we are communicating with one another about two things that come together and still focus on understanding, healing, growth, just all of these things. And then in such an intellectual way, it lets me know that I am doing what I'm supposed to do on my journey, which is healing. Which, I mean, if you look at my chart, you see all the
thing, like, where's a lot of spirit?
Yes. So on my Instagram, I do a lot of tarot readings. I do a lot of I call it divine conversation, whereas I talk about a lot of things that pertain to tarot, pertains to, the different things that I do, but it also focuses on this worldly conversations as well. I do realize that a lot of people are still awakening in their journey right now. And so I try to bring it down to the basics, whereas people can understand what the healing and growth looks like, and the understanding in a way that, makes sense for them. So anyway, if you go on my Instagram, that's where a lot of people contact me for readings, anything like that. You'll see my price list. You'll see all the things that I offer. You'll see testimonies. You'll see little things about myself, because I do like to be personable on my Instagram so people can get to know me a little bit better. And yeah, that's pretty much like the short version.
Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Glad you said that, because check it out.
Oh, look at that timing.
There we go.
Come with it.
Would you like me to click your link tree, or what would you like me to do? Because you already kind of gave it, gave the spiel.
The link tree may not be necessary. It's really just a link to my Patreon, where you get a little bit more specific and in detail readings when it comes to the moon energy, different phases and things like that. Meditations and chakra healing, all those things, as well as my YouTube page.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, I want to see your link tree.
All right, go ahead, click it.
Let's see, so we can go and see, so the people are just kind of, you say, oh yeah, it does go to the Patreon. That's pretty cool. So they can join, become a member.
My YouTube is supposed to be up there. Oh man, it's not up there. That's nice to know.
That's no worries. It's no worries. That's my, my first time seeing it too. So I just wanted to just kind of get that. So you guys go to @the_soul journey, as you guys see.
Look
right
at that
here.
divine 101.
All right, indeed, right? And you guys can definitely, follow Mother Lexi at the Soul Journey and allow yourself to, get this experience. The tarot. You guys, would you say that she's phenomenal, guys? Like seriously, like you see how she just gets the rolling and get in this zone. It's like that biker boys tunnel vision. You know what I mean? Like seriously, it's like I can pick up on it. Like I can sense it. So it's like, man, this is like amazing. So you guys go and check it out, and you guys see that second post there is where her and I actually went live briefly, right? So it kind of just, it was a fun moment. We kind of went over some astrology and tarot there also, so you guys can check out that live there that we actually had there. Where's the live that you guys had with Brother Sean? Am I going too far?
No, so that live is actually in my it's saved onto my archives. Yes.
Excellent. All right, cool. Well, that's always good for B-roll and posting things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's great for promotion and advertising. All righty, so let me take this back here and stop the screen share, and let's get back to our presentation. All righty, and guys, maybe you can get something going on. Maybe I and Mother Lexi, well, not just I, but the Seven Hill Star astrology firm and Mother Lexi, maybe we can come up with something, together where we can give you guys something where you can get, some form of astrology and or tarot. If not, from us both on a tandem, maybe we can, find some way to give promos on both our platforms or whatever for each other's services and things like that. So you guys can really just start to getting used to just being a community. And sometimes it just takes to go, hey, hello, I do this, I see you do this, would you like to maybe go
let's work together, let's do some stuff.
Sometimes it just got to be like those 5-year-olds in the sandbox in our older age. Sometimes we can just pick up on sincerity, you know what I mean? You don't have to be like Drake with no new friends mindset all the time. Sometimes, it pays to just go, oh, hey, you know what? I don't want to miss out on my blessings. So let me just be respectful and speak. And then, hey, look, look what happened. We're having great lives, right? All right. So now Mercury's at 8 degrees. Pardon me, I keep saying Mercury. Ascendant's at 8 degrees, Gemini, right? 38 minutes now. All righty. Brother Sean, what do we have there as that degree? Between 8 and 9.
Yeah, we got 8 degrees. Gemini is, let's see, Ascendant and Uranus and U.S horoscope.
I knew that, right? Well, that's just.
Then let's see. I'm trying to think how much will we add to that, because it's also coming up on out of burn as well, because if that was at 8 degrees 40 minutes in 1925, move it around. So it's getting close to that. Out of Baron.
Got you. While you're doing that, I'm going to enter into our Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 and go into the Prophet Noble Drew Ali University AstroCivics community. Pardon me. AstroCivics community folder. And I'm going to scroll down to our astrology library. And I'm going to type in the search just the number 360 and generate the 360 symbolic degrees in their interpretations, right? And bring this document up because 8 to 9 degrees, and this is according to Moor, M-U-I-R, just this one particular set of, interpretations. 8 to 9 degrees, which is where it was, capable of receiving the favor of high official and of fulfilling positions of high responsibilities. And now it's between 9 and 10, capable of great self-sacrifice, idealistic, a blessing. We know blessing denotes blood sacrifice to others, right? So, when it comes to, the United States corporation and how they're doing things, Mother Lexi, how would you say people will be able to, kind of deal with the transformation in how they do commerce and or how things were, a lot of people are, probably feeling depressed or from boredom. They thought that they had to listen to a group of people who look like so-called government, but we all know that they're not. These are private corporations and centralized bankers that have, played on the minds of the people because the, majority of the people were brought up in the servile arts instead of the liberal arts. So, Mother Lexi, how do you see the people at first they were looking at things as the United States as a country? However, now the veil has been pulled, has been lifted. How do you see the future pertaining to the U.S. corporation and its practices?
All right, so it was going in and out, but I'm gonna flow with what I heard.
All righty.
So how do I see? Let me say it again, just so I can make sure that I'm answering correctly.
When people think about what they think is a country and government, but they can clearly see it's not because they're being forced to have their medical privacy violated. How does the future of people believing in that corporation up to now, because of how things have turned out, how are people going to be now? Where are they going to be putting their energy? And because they don't trust in, a corporation that, they can see is not what they thought it was. They've lost their faith there. So where are they storing their faith is the question. Where are the people putting their faith?
So I'm going to be completely honest. And this is me.
Yes, be yourself.
So where just how things are now, with people coming to the realization that what they thought to be true is not, and just everything that follows that's that topic in depth is just a lot. Right now I feel like people are lost. I don't even think it's so much as where people are putting their faith, because I do believe that some people are putting their faith in the government still, the news, everything, because of fear. I do believe that a lot of people are putting their faith in the hearsay of it all, because again, that fear, everything at the end of the day comes back to that fear, that not knowing, that lack of control, and just trying to find that stable ground, that structure. So wherever they are placing their faith, the thing that they need to understand is the faith needs to be within themselves. All the answers they need are within themselves. Medical needs, all of those things within ourselves. We literally have all of nature's resources and our own mental knowledge if we just really tap into it for like understanding on everything that is happening in the world. Like, we don't have to really rely on anybody. Unfortunately, with the way that the world is now, it seems that way. And I say it seems that way because I truly honestly believe that if enough of our community came together with that understanding that we have everything that we need to put faith into ourselves like we put faith into everything and everyone else, we would be able to thrive and grow in every aspect that is necessary for our enrichment, for our enlightenment, for our growth as more than just our human selves, but even greater than that. So, you know, personally, I just feel like all of the people that I've come in contact with, especially with all of the different things happening, you know, with the UFOs and the pandemic and, you know, 5G, just all these things, people are panicking and they are still putting their faith and beliefs into the very thing that is communicating these things that are giving us fear, the things that are making us feel lost. I hope that made sense.
So when it comes to, this is my last question, because I think this is a great demonstration and we don't really have to go any further than this because I know you've taken your time out to do this presentation and we can yield after this question. All right. And I wanted you to, you know, shuffle your cards on this question if you can, you know, if you may, and give us a last final spread on this.
Wait, can I? All right. So how about this? Can we
right
question be? What can we expect for the U.S. Pluto return?
Absolutely.
Excellent question, Brother Sean. I yield.
All right. Give me a second, guys. Ooh, star energy.
Do your thing. And you know what, man? What I love, Brother Hasan, about, you know, doing Reiki, I put a shield over all our spots against the, you know, Mercury Retrograde energy. We ain't got lost one connect since.
What can we expect?
Islam.
Where's the energy? Energy here.
Gratitude.
All right. I had quite a few cards come out, but like I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter how many cards come out, the messages usually have the same meaning, or they come together. So the star card here, we got the King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Strength card, and hopefully you guys can see these cards.
Yeah, let me actually bring you in. Hold on. Let me actually, since this is your last one, let me actually cue you in a little further. Hold on.
No problem.
Oh, you said the star, so I see Aquarius. I see you said Strength. That's Leo.
Come on, put it together. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not used to having a unit to bounce off of. So I'm really enjoying this. I just want to put that out there. I appreciate you both.
Indeed. All righty. Is that working for you there?
Wait, what am I? Okay.
I think
Are we good?
Yeah, I think we good. Let me double check. I'm gonna find one more. I know it's another one. I'm gonna move the spotlight. Boom, there it is. It's all you. So you can show the cards and everything.
All right. So we got the star card here, right? We got the Six of Pentacles. Just looking at, so if you were to just do the tarot meaning with the Six of Pentacles, this is all about the giving and receiving. This is all about the balance. However, if I was to look at this number 6 and go within that, I would think about communication and cooperation, as well as harmony. All of these things are a representation of that 6. The King of Swords, that 8 of Wands. Again, that 8 is mastery, that action, and just having that accomplishment, that strength. And then the Page of Pentacles. So with the question being, what can we expect for the U.S. Pluto return? I will say that With the Strength card and the Star card being the major arcanas being the main point of whatever the spread is about. This lets me know that there will be a lot of courageous energy, a lot of stepping forward, a lot of coming into your power, really in that mastery energy that this is also Leo energy. I don't know if you guys heard. Hold on, wait a minute. Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Clear.
It got really quiet on my end. I didn't know what was happening. I don't know if you guys heard Brother Sean when he said it earlier. So again, that Leo energy, this is tapping into that inner power that you have, that leadership, that moving forward with that knowing, that like confidence, right? And then this Star card again goes into that balanced energy. He also said the Aquarius. So the Star energy is all about understanding what the path is. Also what you see in her being naked, this is a show of showing your truest self. So it's not just about your vulnerability, but it's also about being authentic. This is about being at that beginning, you know, we all came out naked, right? So it's that new energy, that birth energy. She's taking water from this lake, this river, whatever you want it to be, and she's pouring it on the earth. So she's taking those two energies and bringing them together to create something amazing. So that Star energy, the Strength card, Six of Pentacles, King of Swords, there will be a lot of, during this return, there will be a lot of, I want to find another word for awakening, but a lot of coming into understanding, coming into learning how to move, how to go forward with an energy that is understanding of everything that is happening around you. Finding the balance, understanding that we're going to have a new ideas, new mindsets, new action, everything just feels very new. It's almost like coming to a point where you have to forget everything that you thought you knew and come into what is now the new knowing, right? So
Excellent.
again, with the Pentacles energy, this is the material aspect of it all. This is the money, the finances. So I really want to say paying attention to that material aspect, paying attention to what's happening with the money, paying attention to what's happening financially. Really, I don't know why I feel inclined to say this. I just look the way that, like I said, when I do intuitive readings, I don't just go based off of what the cards show me. Spirit speaks to me as well. So I'm hearing that we need to really pay attention to what the government is doing with money, how money is being displayed, what it is being used for, really paying attention to changes in money, as well as the different uses of money. So it may not be physical paper money, but just that coin. I feel like we just need to focus on it. I'm not hearing the why quite yet, but it is very important for us to focus on that when it comes to the government.
What's up?
He back there like the government. And then again, so we have that Wands energy.
Hold on 1 second. I mean, I don't want to cut your wisdom, but
no, go ahead.
That's the hippie gardener, if I got that correct. All right, he just wanted to give him a plug, right? All right, you guys go right ahead, right? Back here tending to my plants.
Right, he is definitely back there tending to his babies.
Absolutely.
So with that Eight of Wands, again, that mastery, that action, action will be taken, period. I'm not even going to say that action needs to be taken or that accomplishments need to be made. So this is really like, don't talk about it, be about it. We have to start stepping into what we know, what we can do, what we have been talking about doing, what we have been seeing. You know how people be like, I'm woke and this and that. No, now is the time to really put the action behind all of the words, all of the communicating. It's really, really putting forth that motivational energy, right? That passion, that flow, things like that. And then with that King of Swords energy, this is coming into that intellect. So a lot of people, like I said, are going to be coming into the energy where they're understanding a lot more things when it comes to movement, when it comes to how people are playing their cards, how people are presenting certain things towards them. Again, these butterflies are above the King of Swords, which is, again, a representation of transformation. So a lot of transformative energy is coming through with this return, where people are going to have no choice but to wake up and see things differently and move differently, and have to let go of a lot of things that have been holding them back in order for them to thrive on this star energy, on that path. And it's just really given very much so knowing. Everything that's in this spread is letting me know that there's going to be a lot of resurrection and knowing. Not just knowing, but understanding what that knowing looks like, and then moving forward with a lot of energy that is going to be motivating, passionate. So a lot of newness here. It's a lot of it's just like what'd you say? I'm sorry.
Death and rebirth.
Yes. That's literally, I feel like that's been the theme whenever I've been doing my cards since a little bit before December, honestly. What was I about to say? So yeah, I don't want to talk too much.
No, just let it flow. When you're ready to stop, let us
it.
know, and we'll yield. You let it flow when you're ready to stop, and we'll yield.
So also, if you look on these two cards, they both have these birds in there, right? Whenever I see birds, I think about messengers. So I think about a lot of, there may be either people that are receiving the messages, or there are going to be people that are the ones delivering messages that are going to kind of move people, that are going to start kind of moving the crowd, or anything like that, where it feels like something very powerful is about to happen. Something very divine is about to happen. Something is about to make people open up their eyes and understand. Like I keep saying this, like, I don't know what other people have really been thinking about the government, or thinking about what they see, thinking about what's presented in front of them. But all of that is about to shift. All of that is about to change. Things are about to come into the light that are going to make people realize that they have to kind of go back into themselves and find out what it is that they need to be doing to thrive and move forward with their knowing. It's almost like, I don't want to say that they're going to stop trusting, but they're going to have to learn that they can't rely on the sources that they felt were being honest and truthful. They're going to have to rely on themselves, their community. They're going to have to rely on the sources that they have already presented within them. It's funny because I remember you saying the Magician card earlier, and that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about with the Magician energy is having everything that you need already to create. It's having everything you need to manifest, having everything that you need to create the reality that you see fit for yourself or for whomever is around you. Is really tapping into that. I am all powerful. I have the tools to do whatever it is that I want to do. If I want to make a weapon, I can do that. If I want to, give more love, I can do that. If I want to, fight with my my body instead of like an actual weapon, I can do that. It's literally like anything you can think of.
Not to cut your wisdom, Mother Lexi, but Brother Hasan, while she was just talking, in my head, in my heart, I heard the prophet words, I gave you everything it takes to save a nation. Now go and save yourselves. That's
yes. I'm pretty sure she'll come back. Let me re-cue everybody, by the way. So I guess this is an excellent time to kind of segue. So let me just cue all of us back. Let me bring me here, all right? And hold on, Brother Sean. Admit Mother Lexi back in, right? To the spotlight. There she goes. All right.
Yes. My apologies.
Brother Sean in.
All right, go ahead. I know he was talking about prophet.
Yes. Go right ahead, Brother Sean.
Yeah, I was saying, there's a statement where Prophet Nova Giroli had said, I gave you everything it takes to save the nation. Now go and save yourselves. While you were, giving your wisdom, that was all I was just feeling like I had to say that, but I yield. I just had to say that and get that out.
No. I'm glad that you said that, because that is literally the most simplistic but yet beautifully put way of the spread. Honestly, it's yes. So thank you for saying that. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else that is necessary for me to say. Okay. Again, I told y'all, look, stuff just be coming up. As I'm looking in the cards, I noticed that in every single card except for one, there is a lot of shrubbery, there's a lot of nature, there's a lot of trees, greenery, things like that. But then in this one picture in particular, which is this one, you see these trees, but they are not green, they are gray, they are kind of like dull. But this is also the card that has the butterflies, the transformation. So I do feel like this goes back into that energy of, this is everything that we see. We see all this beautifulness. We see, almost an illusion of things. But then this King of Swords almost shows me this is the reality behind the scenes. I think about when you reveal, when you take that veil off and you see what's been hidden behind. It's like that. You start to see the true colors. You start to see the true image. And again, with that source energy being that mental clarity, that intellect, that understanding, this is also air signs. So this lets me know that with you tapping into that energy of that transformation, you're seeing things clearer. You're coming to a point where you're mastering what is going through your mind. You're mastering what you're being shown, what you're hearing, what you're just everything around you. You're understanding it a little bit more, where you're not intimidated, or you're not feeling so lost. You're not feeling so manipulated. You're understanding where you have to gain control a little bit more. So that's another thing that I just see in the images. But definitely there's still a lot of transformative energy here, but I do feel like a lot of things are about to come to the light. Paying attention to finances, paying attention to what seems like is grand and perfect and beautiful and all these things, and just realizing what is an illusion, what is not true. Moving in a way where you are building with your community and understanding that we have all the necessary tools to, master what it is that we came here to master in the first place. I'm just saying.
I like that. While you were doing your thing, I'm over here like sharing out, posting in the different groups and everything or whatever, so that they can either catch the video now or catch the archive. But I yield, Mother Lexi, do your thing.
Well, that's my 1-2 right there. But if you guys have any questions, or if there's anything that you need a little bit more understanding on or anything like that, please let me know.
I have a question. What's Absolutely. Your Cash App? Tell the people what your Cash App is if they wanted to make a donation. They know ours is at our Astrology Street, with the caduceus symbol, or what they call a $, our Astrology Street. However, you're here doing your thing. This is going to resonate with somebody. They're really going to appreciate what it is that you're saying, because they had, some form of question. They're going to, have it resonate with them. So what's your Cash App?
So my Cash App is the $, Lexus, LEXXUS, Davis, DAVIS. So that's my Cash App, just Lexus Davis, plain and simple.
All righty, y'all. Y'all make sure you make your, love gift. Put that out there, because what she has done, she has given her energy. All righty. And if you guys are familiar with the Celestine Prophecy, if you're not, look up the audio book. I know there's a movie, or read the actual book. However, you can read along with the audio book. And, even though the audio book's like 9 hours and some change long, however, I go through it often. At the end of the day, we're to pay it forward. And eventually what we're coming into, to add to Mother Lexi's wisdom of what she said and Brother Sean's question of dealing with Pluto return, I think we're coming into the age of automation. So, it's going to be, even though things have already been like that. However, if people are going to be taking care of their quote unquote spiritual advisors, then it's not going to be in the sense of, we just, gave a lecture and now everybody's, excited and pumped up, and now they feel forced to give their finance. No, people just going to be like, no, I know that's what they do. They're always giving this like that. So we just need to make sure that they're, taken care of, so that they can maintain themselves. And I'm telling you, you guys need to really check out the Celestine Prophecy, because people that really assisting, uplifting, fallen humanity, the people actually do take care of them. I'm serious. You just have to actually see the value in it. You know, already, we're not a poor people. We just have poor decision making in where we place our values at times. You know what I mean? So, with that, however, all right, the brothers had came in. Brother Benjamin has came in. Brother Terrell's here. I think even Brother Corey has come in also. Any of the bros here? Do you guys have any questions, man? Any, you know, is there anything you would like to ask? Comments, suggestions, anything? All right, I'll take.
Well, earlier she said she said she was talking about the soul journey, and I just wanted to add that she said she spelled it soul like that because she's actually an astrologer. That was my 2 cents.
And she's a Leo, so her ego and personality.
I yield.
Yeah, that's sun signs. Soul is sun, so yeah.
Yes, I love my sun energy.
Indeed. Mother Lexis, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be briefly interviewed and demonstrate your gift and your making it look natural skill, right? And what we would like to do is, like I said, you and I we'll link up a little later or whatever. We'll discuss different details. However, guys, you might can catch us, you know, who knows, on Instagram. You know, I kind of like that going tandem thing, so we should probably do that again. Yes. And when you guys catch us on Instagram, you know, ultimately we're going to do what we do. We'll have both our cash apps up there. And you guys come ready to, you know, give your energy, because what we're going to do is do what we do. And you don't have to feel burdened to give your energy. It's not a stick up. It's just that we know that you're going to definitely have something resonate with you. So if you guys see, we put it out. If we advertise it for, if we don't, it's all good. But you know how we do what we do when we, you know, mass advertise. So with that being said, any other questions, comments, and or suggestions? Going once, going twice.
I just want to say real quick.
Go ahead, go right ahead.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. I appreciate the energy. I appreciate the knowledge. And of course, I appreciate the unity. This won't be the last time that you guys see me.
And we're going to bring you back. Oh, trust me, we're definitely going to bring you back. This is not the first time you're going to be on an impromptu improv. We're definitely going to bring you back.
Yes, but I just wanted to give my thanks. And that's about it.
Indeed, we thank you also. Gratitude, indeed, you all. Namaste. Islam. Peace.